Alright, it's time for the return of Boss Dewey. He's called Boss Dewey because he's got the stash, and he's got this ability. This ability gives him all sorts of stuff. What does it give him? Well, Boss Dewey comes with 3 consumables. You get 3 of these, 3 of these, 3 of these, and absolutely no fear. What we're doing now, we're running up to B, because B is ours. This Akatsuki doesn't know what it's in for, because I have more guns than he does, and guns have a strange way of settling arguments. So, Akatsuki smoking up. He's probably launching some torpedoes. We're going to go ahead and just figure we should probably be moving around a little bit, because otherwise we're probably going to get hit by some angry metal fish. There's one right there, and we see he is still trying to shoot us. We are spotted, and then we are not spotted, and then we are spotted, and then maybe we'll be not spotted again, but it doesn't matter, because in a second I'm going to be able to see him, and in a second more he's probably going to be dead. We see some more angry metal fish. I hit the brakes, dodge, he misses by a mile, clearly, and we're putting shells back out there. He did leave me a wonderful little smoke screen. That does as much for me as it did for him, except more so because I don't have anybody chasing me yet. So I'm going to go ahead and move up into his smoke screen. As you can see, I had some help behind me, ready to weigh in with metal fish of our own, and we're going to go ahead and take B, because it's ours, and we always deserved it. Turning around, it looks like we have a ship coming up on us. It's a Scharnhorst. We can sail out of this smoke screen, but I'm going to go ahead and layer my smoke screen on top of it. That allows me to maybe spoof him into thinking that it's the same smoke screen, and it just lasts for an eternity. But obviously he was paying attention because he already shot some torpedoes over here. We have already pre-dodged those torpedoes, so we're good. Since that Scharnhorst is not doing what we want, we're going to start shooting at him. We're going to start shooting at him until he listens to us, or at least until he gets set on fire and dies. I'm going to guess, you can guess which one of those is going to come first. But here you can see Scharnhorst doesn't have a whole lot of defense against a lot of HE spammed into its superstructure. We're doing a pretty decent amount of chip damage with each one of these shots, and we're also setting some fires, so that's pretty good. Now he disappeared for just a second. I'm going to keep shooting. Battleships do not have the ability to disappear. He's still there, and I'm going to keep shooting until he's dead. And there he's dead. So, now what do? Well, we got B. Why don't we go get A? We're a destroyer. We're supposed to take these different capture points. We're going to help our team win this game. So as we roll out towards A, you know, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of stuff out here. The one thing is that we're just the fastest person who's able to actually get over there. We're not using our speed boost or anything at this point, but we did pop one of our heals, so that will restore us to a healthy 12,243 hit points, which is pretty close to full health for any other destroyer. So we're doing pretty okay. We've got basically a brand new spanking boat, except my boat is down a set of torpedo launchers, and that's once again the one downside to the KIdd. But Boss Dewey, he don't care. He's here. He's got the speed boost. He's got the smoke. He's got the heal. He's hanging in there for a fight. And as we come up upon A, it looks like we do have a 2-boat lead at this point, so that's pretty healthy, but you never know how that can sort of change. And honestly, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because I think for a few minutes I wasn't paying attention. But I was capturing the base, so you know what? Good team player. There you see, we're starting to lose some ships. That's not fabulous, but still up 1. We get the capture. At this point, we're starting to look towards what do we do next. I got an idea. Let's go capture C. That's how the game's played. It looks like we got a Benson up there. The Benson has a lot more torpedoes than I do, and certainly that's a danger. We have the same amount of guns, and I'm going to guess that I have the gun advantage just because of how I've got this set up, and because I'm essentially a destroyer that's 2 tiers higher than him. So, when I say 2 tiers, since this is a Fletcher, it just is lacking 1 set of torpedo tubes. I feel like the gun handling works pretty similar to what you're going to see on the level 7. So coming up here, it looks like he is at the edge of my range, kind of. This is always a little bit tricky, the first couple of shots this far away with a destroyer. So we're going to try to feel out whether or not we can actually hit him. As we're doing that, we are now sailing into sea, and that should start the capture process, which will hasten our victory, hopefully. Still, that Benson is still alive. In not shooting at him, it's going to lower my detectability range back to its minimum, and that will help me actually capture this base without being shot to pieces and losing a whole bunch of points. So we're doing that right now. We've got 32 seconds. We do take the bait. I would be real surprised if the Fuso shot at me, and he definitely doesn't. But in any case, I have popped the smoke. We are not taking a whole lot of chances here on this cap. Thankfully, someone else can see him, because I'm still putting shells down on him and causing some fires, causing some trouble. So that Fuso has 1 fire. We can probably make that worse, and we're going to definitely try. As you can see, I am kind of aiming a little bit far forward on him so that I hit him amidships, and kind of high, trying to make sure that I hit the upper part of his superstructure. We're going to go ahead and back out of this smoke because we do know that there are some destroyers, and it's very likely that they're going to shoot torpedoes blindly into them. Kind of like that. And you know what? Nobody does that to Boss Dewey. We're going to go ahead, speed ourselves up, and see if we can't actually find whoever's trying to shoot us with torpedoes. Because we will have none of that. We're going to have none of that in this game. For a second, we see the Mayhan. I duck back into the smoke, which is not really what I wanted to do, but, you know, who cares? It's not hurting anything. At this point, we're pretty well up to our full head of steam. When we come out of this, we should instantly spot him. There he is. It's time to start shooting him pretty bad. He must have thought I was going a lot faster than I was, or maybe a couple of my turns made those shots look a little bit worse than they actually were. But we're still putting shots down on that Mayhan. Mayhan's pretty well dead, and there you go. He's gone. Now we have a Gata way out there. He is going slower than even I expect, so now we're starting to land some shots on him. We really do want to finish him off here if we can, but we leave him on just such a tiny amount of hit points. Now we got another guy coming in. I'm going to go ahead and pop another heal to make sure that I don't die. But as it turns out, the game ends. I'm pretty sure I would have dodged that last set of torpedoes, but there you have it. Boss Dewey returns. A fun little game. Hilarious mostly because the kid can earn a dreadnought. There it is. With our 3 heals, we are able to survive the match. We don't earn all that much because this is only just a pretty decent game where we play as a good destroyer. Hope you've enjoyed this short little video. I'll see you guys on the next one.